Hey everyone, it's time to eat the magic. We are kind of doing something a little different today. We're looking at food that's showing up at a theme park in Japan. Yeah, they're doing a whole bunch of Demon Slayer stuff over at Universal Studios Japan.
Over in Osaka, which is far away from here.
Yay!
And I know we're like reviewing and talking about something that's like, okay, we're probably won't be able to make it to this because this is a limited time type of thing, and who knows what travel might be like in the next few months. Mm-hmm. But let's see what this Demon Slayer themed restaurant in Universal Japan has to offer. And Jay, you recently finished up Demon Slayer, saw the movie, saw the TV series. What do you think?
I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
All right, so there's a Wisteria-themed restaurant pop out at Universal Studios Japan alongside a Demon Slayer augmented reality coaster. Wonder what that's going to be like. Let's see. And over here you can see like the...
I think rides related to Demon Slayer, roller coasters don't initially come to mind because it's not really that kind of thing. It's not like, oh, they have jetpacks or they, it's like... I'm just imagining the Incredicoaster, except for you just have all the Demon Slayer characters yelling at you as, like, your little 3D glasses show you, demons, like, swiping at your face or something.
I can see this, like, if it was a perm stay, because, like, having that augmented reality kind of gives it a chance. Okay, generic coaster, let's put AR over it, because they did the same thing for Evangelion. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, for a mainstay Demon Slayer ride, I can see something, like, akin to, like, Indiana Jones over in Disneyland here.
Yeah, something more like that. More of an experience type ride rather than a roller coaster, I guess is what I think would work a bit better. Or even like a maze type thing, like the haunted mazes we get during Halloween.
Yeah, I'm thinking like for our Knott's fans out there, I'm thinking like, what was it? Shadowlands. Mm-hmm. That Knott's had. Sad face. I like that maze.
We knew it was going to be its last year back in 2019. They said it was going to be the last year, so...
Alright, so here in the image you can see the Wisteria themed restaurant they have here, and there's also a very lifelike looking statue of Giyu that you can like pose
it's a choice. With. the most popular character.
Alright, and you can kind of see like they got like a bento box here. Let's see, the restaurant is called Fuji no Hana Shokuji Dokoro, or Wisteria Restaurant. Decked out in the most ethereal motif inspired by the anime's mystical flowers, Taisho era interior aesthetic. Let's see. Set meals, drinks, and desserts paying homage to the Demon Slayer Corps' Hashira members. And for example, the set for the water-breathing Master Giyu includes simmered salmon with daikon radish. So it kind of has like this bento type thing over here.
Which does look really good.
Mm-hmm. But too bad you can't have daikon.
I can have radishes.
Oh, you can have that part of the onion family?
Radishes aren't on onion.
Oh, my bad. That's why you're the food person. And I'm the theme park talkie person. And I'm the scrolly person.
I've radished salad before. Plain times are closer to eggplants and stuff like that.
That's a pretty decent bento-looking set.
I always like the bento sets. And, of course, getting one, actually in Japan is probably a lot better than, the random stuff we get over here. No offense to some of the really good restaurants that have produced them. I don't know. I feel like the authentic Japan just gives it an extra layer.
As a matter of fact, the Wisteria restaurant, which will be hosted in what's normally the Park Cider restaurant, so it's going to be like a layover type thing for like, I guess, one of their regular restaurants. And let's see. And here's the lifelike Giyu, my bad, statue that you can pose and take selfies with. It's almost like a ball jointed doll, like has kind of that uncanny valley realism to it.
Yeah, because of the eyes.
Yeah, check out the sculpture work here, especially those hands. You would think those are like human hands.
They really put a lot of effort into this when they could have just as easily made something a lot more cartoony. Though still, it's an odd choice that he was the character they went with of all the characters.
There's also going to be a Shinobu statue too, but it's not pictured here. Like, okay, I would totally pose at a Shinobu statue because Shinobu's my best girl.
I made tasty food for you. It's poisonous. Maybe.
No poison? I mean, tea? It's a critic reference for people our age.
And don't worry, I do it all the time when I stream. Just to throw out a reference and I did explain the reference.
Alright, so each of the Hashira members has like their own theme bento or own theme meal. Let's just take a look at these. So Sound Hashira Tengen's modern sushi. That's a pretty neat display here.
Yeah.
It has like the tiny like food pieces here. Get a little bit of rice. Not sure if I'd get full over that, but however, there are some accompanying snacks and drinks to go along with this modern sushi. You even have like the seaweed wrap in there too, and like a little shrimp miso soup type thing.
Yeah, I mean it looks like a full meal, just a different.
It's very tiny.
Setup than what we're used to. Yeah.
I like the presentation. All right, this is your best girl. Love Hashira Mitsuri's pork cutlet set with hearts and sakura mochi, her favorite Japanese sweet for dessert. So you kind of have like this. This looks kind of cute. I like the hearts on that.
I like the sakura mochi is perfectly fine, and you put it together pork cutlets. Basically taking food I already like, putting it together and theming it to like my ladies. So that's it's not bad.
Yeah, I'd probably order that too because I do like me some pork cutlet. But I also, again, I really like the presentation here too.
Yeah, it's one thing I've noticed, and I'm gonna just whether it's a fair comparison or unfair comparison. Whenever I see stuff from the Gundam Cafe when they do the themed food for whatever character's birthday is that month, I always look at it and go, the presentation is so nice that I would feel bad eating the food.
Right? These photos are like so Instagrammable, or like they're so photogenic. It's like, okay, we're gonna spend time like taking photos of our food, posting it, and then eating it.
But that is a smart idea. If you're putting together something for your theme park that's supposed to be themed to something, you want people sharing those photos, so it makes people go like, oh, I want to have that, or that's so cute, or whatever.
Okay. Win Hashira Sanemi's ohagi rice dumplings, his absolute favorite, accompanied by candied chestnut, shiratama mochi, and matcha ice cream. I do like me some matcha ice cream.
I don't know if I've ever had matcha ice cream.
It's green tea ice cream.
Oh, I do love that. Yes, that is good.
Yeah, you can kind of see it's like in this parfait like bowl type thing.
Candied chestnut sounds interesting. I know I'm not the biggest chestnut person, but candied might be interesting.
Okay, let's see what's the next Hashira set we got here. Ooh, we have the drinky drinks. All right, left to right. Serpent Hashira Obanai, your best boy. Black currant yogurt drink.
Yum? That doesn't sound delicious to me. That sounds different.
All right, Miss Hashira Muichiro's sky blue soda because he's always in the clouds.
I like that. That's cute and thematic.
All right, Stone Hashira Gyome's milk hoja tea. Okay, that's one of the things I would probably order.
Yeah.
I know if I had to go with my top three here, I would go for the sky blue soda, the milk tea, and then the yogurt drink.
I would probably begin with the soda. I might try the yogurt drink out of just curiosity. Milk tea is not really my thing. It's fine. It's just meh.
Okay, we have a couple other plates here. Yes, our best boy. Meanwhile, if you're wondering what Flame Hashira Kojiro poster boy for the record-breaking Mugen Train movie, he gets no fewer than 3 menu items saluting him.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not surprised. But they'll all be over at Universal Studios Japan's separate Studio Stars restaurant. So to eat his stuff, you gotta go to another restaurant.
Huh.
Yeah, gotta eat your way through the park.
Then I'm wondering if those are going to be mainstay items, then, if that's the case.
Yeah, and just taking a closer look at these. I'm like, wow. Yeah, like you can see like there's like 2 dessert dealies right there. One looks chocolatey, one looks kind of like a flan type thing with like a flame on it.
Mm-hmm.
One, the top one looks like a salad. Like, if you know any of these, just drop them in the comments. But I just do appreciate the theming of, like, fiery flame. And Rengoku is just that awesome. Alright, and the thing that I want from this whole set, you with me on this?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Is a Nezuko popcorn bucket. And here she is.
So cute.
Like, in the, her traveling dealie.
The box.
And then she's just kind of sneaking out. And I like the detail here where the popcorn bucket, where the popcorn bucket lanyard is seemed to Tanjiro's checkered pattern on his clothes.
Yeah.
Like I say, so like I'm just assuming the popcorn just comes out of the back. I totally would want this.
The box part is where you would probably get your.
I'm not really a popcorn bucket person. I know you're a popcorn bucket person.
I'm depending on the design. I'm not like one of those insane people that has every single design. But I liked the bubbling cauldron. We have that up in my closet right now. It's eventually going to be themed for a cosplay. Just give it time. And once they release those dolls.
Emergency rations for those of you who are into Genshin Impact.
Yeah, we're totally going to do that. And then I have the TIE Fighter one because it's the TIE Fighter. So.
And here, I love, if you look at the history of some of Universal Japan's popcorn buckets, they even had like Sailor Moon popcorn buckets that I totally wanted. Like, dang, I gotta go on eBay for that. But this one, I would just try to just hunt down for this one because, like, oh my god, it's so adorable. Like, I kind of want this. This is like my Demon Slayer Holy Grail item now. Because I've bought Universal Japan merch on eBay because of the Lupin the Third reasons. I had to get my Fujiko fix because these aren't things I can find at an anime convention or at a Hobby Link Japan or like an Ami. These are, okay, you kind of have to like just go through like Japanese auctions to like look for them, or if you know a proxy, to have them pick them up for you.
Yeah, Bai. It's literally called Bai.
Bai. And I'm like, oh my god, I now have a Demon Slayer Holy Grail item, and it's this Nesco popcorn bucket.
It's adorable, and then you can carry it around whenever you're, well, if we had anyone in our crew who was going as Tangerine.
Pearl is going to go as Tanjiro eventually. Okay. And I've kind of debated, like, should I just, like, go as Nezuko just to pair up with you? Because I love Nezuko. I normally cosplay as Shinobu. I have, like, 2 Shinobu cosplays. That's how obsessive I am. But I'm like, you know what? I'm down to cosplay as Nezuko.
She's kind of like the mascot of the series, despite being a person. Usually mascots aren't people, but...
And here they also talk about the AR coaster, which will be a part of the Hollywood Dream the Ride, which I am assuming is their AR coaster. I don't know much about Universal Japan, but, you know, when things get better, I'd like for us to, like, just take a trip over there, because Universal Japan, it just looks amazing.
Especially when they do their anime-themed things that they do. Every single one they've done has just sounded cool to me. Like when they had the Lupin merch not too long ago.
Lupin Stunt Show. You can watch it on YouTube.
They had the Evangelion was, this was themed to Evangelion at one point with Eva-related merch. Just in case you don't have enough Eva-related merch.
And Eva's presence is not only at Universal Japan for theme park presence in Japan, but there's also another theme park that has Eva-related attractions and Eva-related merch.
Which is the same one that I believe also has that Gundam ride. Or used to.
Yeah, R.A.P.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, this is only a temporary thing at Universal Japan. It only goes between September 17th through February 13th. So if we have any friends or followers who want to pick up a Nezuko popcorn bucket for us, our contact information is in the description, because we would love to own that.
It would be nice.
But yeah, what do you think of the Demon Slayer
I'll say this, when, I can compare this to other parks. Well, one specific park, because when the Marvel movies were coming out back, when Marvel movies were coming out, they had the Thor hot dog, and they had the Thunder Punch, Thunder Pop,
mm-hmm.
Which I did
delicious.
review. I wanted to review the hot dog. I didn't actually get around to doing that. And then I actually made my own version of the Thunder Pop at home, because
and that was part of our Thanksgiving dinner.
That was part of Thanksgiving dinner, yeah. I was busy that day. I was doing all the cooking, because that's what my job is. But both those things are fine. It was just it was like a slushy with whipped cream on top. It was a hot dog with a handful of unique ingredients. But nothing felt like, oh, this is Thor's favorite food or something. This was just...
This is Asgardian rations.
Yeah. And now, granted, at Adventures Campus, they're a little bit better with that, I think, now, because they've kind of themed it to campus food, but themed it to characters. But they never really did a whole, this is the snack food. They were like, for example, in the first Thor movie, he does part where they're at the cafe, and he's drinking a latte for the first time, and does the smashes of the cup, which is weird. I've never been to like a cafe because it looks like a Starbucks, so you should be throwing I understand it needs to be a ceramic cup, whatever. I'm not going to argue the movie. The point is, they could have had at one of their places, Thor's favorite latte or something like that, which is, a cafe latte with this and this extra, some cinnamon and something else in there. But you never got stuff like this where it's like a lot of mangas. If you actually go back to when they do the character profiles, will always say something like, "Oh, favorite food, favorite music, favorite whatever, or least favorite this or least favorite that." And because you have that, you can make that at a restaurant. No matter how many Marvel comics you flip through, you're not going to find Tony Stark's favorite food, Tony Stark's least favorite food, whatever. Although that'd be kind of cool if those lists like that exist. I bet Larry Hama did that for the G.I. Joe characters. It's just not on the card, but I'm sure it's somewhere like at Larry Hama's office.
But you do have like Food Bad Avengers Canvas that also calls back to like moments in the MCU. Like you have like 2 shawarma cards.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look closely at the shawarma cards, you can look at the stickers. A lot of them are very referential to in jokes in the MCU and like just in universe things in the MCU.
Yeah, like I said, there's things in there that feel more themed, but you can't get that direct character food. Although after Avengers came out, they really should have had shawarma on at the parks because, duh. But anime really does provide that because a lot of them do have those weird factoids. You can go to a lot of these and just go like, oh, this is the character's height, the blood type.
Blood type. Blood type is a pretty big deal in Japan.
Big deal in Japan. Mm-hmm. And that makes it a little more unique and allows them to replicate those likes and dislikes at restaurants like this, or even the Gundam Cafe that tries to do that with interesting results a lot of the time. Some of that food sounds odd. But it's nice to see that kind of thing because you can do that kind of tie-in that you can't really do so in America. We don't really have that information about characters. You could randomly make something and say, oh, this is, the Hulk's favorite type of hamburger, but we don't have a thing that literally says, a bio card for Hulk that says, favorite hamburger, grilled onions, barbecue sauce, and double bacon. And you're like, oh, okay. We don't have something like that. Versus if we looked at the character profiles in a Demon Slayer manga, if we looked at the character profiles in Sailor Moon manga, in Dragon Ball, well, maybe not so much, maybe Dragon Ball. There's a lot of characters in there that do eat a lot of food.
Now, what I'd like to see, I know this could be possible, just kind of like just knowing what American fandom's like, if there was an actual like pop-up, like Demon Slayer themed cafe, or like example that ice cream place that we went to review, like if they decked out,
check out the Soon Scoops video, by the way, it's really cute.
If they just decked out like their restaurant, or like even Requiem.
Yes, Requiem would be a good example.
Just deck out their place with wisteria and do like Demon Slayer like themed food. I think that would also be great too, because right now they're doing an Evangelion themed event, and I just call their like dishes called Evangelion Happy Meals, because if you go on their Instagram, it's like this Japanese rice dish, and then you have like the Evangelion toys posing with it. It doesn't come with a toy, but I just kind of been naming it the Evangelion Happy Meals. No one's happy in Evangelion.
Yeah,
I still need to see the latest movie. Haven't done it yet, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, we'll get to Thrice Upon a Time, but what I'm trying to say is that it's kind of cool that you can do this kind of stuff. I have said many, many times that when the next Universal Park opens over in Florida, I want it to have an anime section. I want them to get a deal for whatever company, Sunrise, and put together a section there with, say, an anime company, Sunrise, related properties in there. I'm not saying I need a roller coaster based off Love Live and a stage show based off of Gundam, or the other way around, but I would not be against it.
Now
especially like Gundam stage show, because like that, what was it, the Takara Zeros or whatever, where they had the weird, they're doing 00 and it was ridiculous.
No, it was like, it's not a Takarazuka production. It was like Gundam 00 the musical, and it's the way they pilot the robots is like they're on these giant wheelchair things.
It looks ridiculous and dumb.
I'm like, Alright, so I don't know, it's just too bad that we can't experience this for ourselves, but it's not stopping, I don't know, a Requiem or a Soon Scoops, or perhaps having Demon Slayer themed food, because like I totally would just go out, rock Shinobu. I don't know who you rock just yet.
I don't have any costumes.
Yet.
Though, if I got a white hat, the right kind of old-timey suit.
Excuse me, I just have a bit of
Yeah.
allergies.
But yeah, I would love to see one of the smaller locations around here do that. I would obviously cover it and hopefully enjoy it. And like I said, if they had an anime-themed type section over at the next Universal Park, they could do something like this. They could probably not this event specifically, but whatever the next Japan event is, they could also then mirror it over in America, and it would probably draw a lot of people as long as you advertised it properly. Make sure people know that there's the anime-themed thing going on at Universal Super Worlds or whatever they're calling it.
Epic Worlds.
Epic Worlds.
Yeah, I think like one of these days, I kind of for our other show, Convention Tea, which we talk about convention horror stories, I should do a retrospective on Paracon, and that was Six Flags Great America's attempt to hold an anime convention in the theme park.
It sounds like the most one. I've never been to Great America, so I can't judge that, but
it's on our Knott's Pass. We can go.
That is both an insane and kind of cool idea at the same time.
Yeah, it's now known, I believe, as Great America now. It dropped the Six Flags title, meaning they also had to drop any IP related when it was still a great...
Well, if they're on our pass, then they would be connected through, what's it called?
Cedar Fair.
Cedar Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, the Cedar Fair
Cedar Fair
now
has their own licensed related things, too.
Because they used to be known as... one of the popular coasters there used to be known as Top Gun.
That would have to be changed.
Yeah, and now it's changed to, like, something flight. But people still call it Top Gun because, like, that's the...
Is it still jet-themed or whatever?
That's still, like, the zeitgeist that everyone remembers it by.
Yeah.
They used to even have, like, a James Bond, like, motion simulator right there, but it was replaced by popular Tom Cruise movie, Days of Thunder.
Wow, that's,
Right?
That was popular in 1988 when it came out.
I just called it a chair massage ride because, like, apparently it's a motion simulator and you're supposed to be, and they show you scenes from the movie, like, you're kind of simulated to be in, like, this race car type thing, and all I got was, like, this chair massage ride.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with doing something like that is Test Track / Radiator Springs Racers exists. And it kind of just sets you in the mindset of, like, I need something a bit more than this if I'm supposed to be in a race car.
All
But
right.
the mod one could work, because then you'd have, the gunshots and stuff coming by, which would be harder to do in a, exterior type situation versus being in a motion simulator. Assuming that in his thing was based around a car chase and, getting shot at and whatever.
All right, let us know in the comments what you think of a Demon Slayer cafe. If you would like to see one in your hometown, what would that be like? Curious to know if any of our followers and fans on Eat the Magic are fans of Demon Slayer. Would love to meet people who like anime and like theme parks because, like, hey, you're our people. All right, till next time.
Remember, eat the magic. Tasty.